Okay, I'm moving on to the next slide. Skill set. So like I said earlier, as a student, I understand one of the key questions is to how should your resume stand out from the crowd? And what I've learned from being in this industry for a few years now, there are some really good skill sets that you can acquire now or in the next few years that'll make you stand out. And I'll share this list with you. And recruiters absolutely love to see these on your CV. First up ahead is right on top is IMC. That stands for Investment Management Certificate. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. It's a course offered by the CFA Society. And if you hold an IMC, you can get an exemption on some CFA units as well. It's a very useful qualification to have in the middle office and back office sector. It consists of 2 exams and requires in total about 250 hours of studying time. A decent commitment if you are working and studying. Um, I would only recommend an IMC if you pretty much know that you don't want to do a CFA. CFA will highly increase your chance to step into the front office area. It's one of the most comprehensive exams you may ever take, and it's also very competitive. It is actually quite daunting too, and I personally know fund managers who manage millions of dollars, and they've given up CFA midway. So it's not easy by any means. Even the most qualified people kind of give up. So if you're cut out for it, give it a shot. And I don't think once you complete your CFA, there's no looking back in terms of career progression. If you're aiming for the stars, I think that's what you should be targeting, CFA in the financial industry. Next up, let's talk about Python and SQL. These are your typical coding languages, which are always in high demand, even more than ever at this point when automation has been the key driving force in the industry. Firms want to reduce risk and manual tasks. So if you understand financial products and services and you're really good at coding, that is a very lethal combination and will put you right in the top bracket when you're looking for a job. Not everyone is cut out for coding. A good coder has a very different mindset, and I'm sure some of you here may have tried coding. And if you combine that knowledge with financial products and financial services, it's a very bright prospect in this industry. Next up is Excel and VBA. Excel needs no introduction. It is the bread and butter in this industry. You need to be very comfortable with it. And if you can do some VBA, then that's icing on the cake. VBA is essentially automating tasks within the framework of Excel. Once you become good in Excel and have a technical mind, then I would say VBA would be the next best thing to learn. And I think what's left on that screen is grit. I mean, those are some really important skills to have, but I can assure you, if you have all of them, you will not get far without grit. If you've read Grit by Angela Duckworth, then you know what I mean. If you haven't, then please go and buy a copy tonight. I'm not kidding. It's gonna help you a great deal. Grit is essentially passion and perseverance for long-term goals. It's about having mental stamina to stick to your vision day in, day out, not just for the week, for the month, but for years, and working really, really hard to make that future reality. And obviously, you cannot list grit on your CV. Please do not do that. But I promise it will show indirectly on your CV years down the line. So there you go, guys. Those are my ingredients for a fine dining experience. Grit and Excel are a bit like salt and pepper. You can't do without them. And you can pick and choose from rest on how you want to play it.